Hi guys, this is Anthony with Training with AJ, and this is another gun review. Today we're going to review the Canik TP9SA. And this gun is on loan from my good friend Travis, and he loaned it to me so I can go try it out, see what I thought of it. And I tell you what, it's pretty impressive for the price and everything that you get. So let's take a quick look. So on the inside, as you can see, it comes with the owner's manual, and it comes with a little plunger tool. I'll show you right here. It comes with this tool right here, and that is so you can use this to interchange the back strap that comes with the kit. And also it comes with a holster. It comes with a Serpa type holster, as you can see right there. And then as we look up right here, it does come with a jag type of holder, as well as a brush for the bore. And then you actually have two attachments. You have the paddle style attachment as well as the belt loop attachment. So, to each user's preference, but it gives you two options, which is nice. Now let's take a look at more of the gun details here. So as you can see, the holster is again like the Serpa type holster from Blackhawk. So you have to depress the little trigger safety here, press that down, gun comes right out, and it's nice and smooth, and it clicks right in, and it doesn't come out. So it works for its intended purpose. Okay, so we'll move that off to the side. Alright, it also comes with a magazine loader, as you can see. Typical, plastic magazine loader, I'm sure works fine. Again, it comes with a extra back strap, so you can change it out to a thicker or thinner back strap. And then it comes with a second magazine that holds 18 rounds, so pretty cool. Two 18-round mags, and these magazines are made by Metgars, which is a great mag company. In fact, they probably make majority of your magazines for the firearms industry. So great name, and you can typically buy Metgar mags for right around 20-25 bucks, depending on the brand and the capacity, obviously. So, but great gun, great magazines, I mean. All right, so let's take a closer look at the gun itself. All right, so we are looking at the Canik TP9SA, and really it reminds me more, as I look at it, it kind of reminds me of a Smith & Wesson M&P. The way the tang of the pistol is right here, the curvature of the pistol, and just the overall look. Some people will compare it to maybe more of the Walther P99. But I've never really had an opportunity to shoot a Walther, so I don't really have a negative or positive comparison on that. But just based on the guns I've shot personally, I can safely say, kind of for me at least, it compares to kind of a Smith & Wesson M&P series type pistol. As you look closer right here, now this is on loan from my good friend Travis. And what he did with his is he actually stippled a little bit more aggressively on the grip. So you can see on the back strap right here, it's all stippled. Okay, and then he even stippled a little bit more on the grip panels itself, as well as the front strap. So feels really nice in the hand, actually. Adds that extra grippiness. So when you're shooting the pistol, actually feels really comfortable without being overly intrusive. So, but this is a striker fired gun, and it holds 18+1 in the mag. Safe action type trigger, Glock type trigger. The magazine release is ambidextrous, so you can switch it left or right depending on the user. There is no manual safety on this firearm. So if you're looking for a manual safety, or if you want a manual safety on your guns, look for a different brand. Now, also as you look at the sights right here, okay, it's a 3-dot system, and as you can see that it's got that little hash mark, so you can help your eye to line up that front dot with your rear sight, and it actually works pretty good. Now, this right here is your indicator showing that the striker is cocked. Okay. The cool thing about this gun, it has a decocker on it, but it's right on top, and it's ambidextrous, so it's left or right side. Okay. So if you want to decock that striker, so let's say you're done firing the gun, and you want to decock that striker, instead of pulling the trigger, just press this down, and it decocks it for you, and you will no longer see that little red striker indicator. So again, that spring is loaded, or the striker is loaded with that shown by that red indicator. If you want to decock it, just press down on the top of the pistol and it decocks it for you. Okay, so that's a pretty cool feature. You're looking at the barrel length of about 4.5 inches, overall length about 7.5 inches, overall height from top to bottom, you're looking at 5.25 inches. So it feels good in the hand. I mean, it is a full-size gun. Would I use it for a carry pistol? For me, no. But for somebody that maybe a little bit bigger could get away with it, absolutely a great option. So you got 3 Picatinny rails right here, so you have more options of putting some type of a lighting system or a laser system on your pistol. The sights are made out of steel, and the rear sight is adjustable with a drift punch, left or right. So pretty nice. The barrel is chrome lined, and it's cold hammer forged, so it's going to really last you a long time. So I believe reading some other reviews, they said that the barrel is rated up to 50,000 rounds, so that's great. Now this gun comes in MSRP about $399 with everything that you saw in the video, which is a great price. Street price, you're probably looking anywhere from $350 to under $399. So if you search around, you'll probably find a great deal. I know that First Class Firearms, my good friends over at First Class, they're selling these for $379.99. Again, by the time you get transfer fees, everything like that, you have to factor all that in, and then of course many of the online sellers sell, or they charge a 3% credit card charge. So take all that into consideration. So you probably end up saving more money just going to your local dealer. So let's take a look at how we field strip this firearm. Alright, so first things first, let's make sure that the gun is empty. We'll remove the magazine. Okay, no ammo. We'll lock the slide open, and chamber is clear, and we'll send that home. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you see this tab right here on the left side and the right side right here. So just like a Glock or like an M&P or even a Walther, you're going to do is, well, first we want to decock that, so you can either press the trigger or just press the decocker right here. Okay, and then pull these levers down, the one on the left and the right. Just press that down, and you don't have to pull the slide back at all like a M&P or like a Glock, and then it'll come right off. Slides right off right there. And then of course you got your recoil spring, flat type recoil spring, and then the barrel lifts right out. So there you go. It's a little bit dirty because I just shot it last night trying it out. Let's take a look at the internals here. Okay, so the slide actually doesn't ride on the polymer grip. It actually rides on these steel rails right here. So typical striker type frame. I know a lot of guys on their reviews like to go into all the intricate things. I just want to give you the down and dirty. So, and as you can see, the gun is dirty. So I'm going to clean this gun up before I return to my good friend Travis. But and to put it back together, again, real simple. We'll drop the barrel back in, and then we will place the recoil rod and spring back in. and then line up the slide and the frame, and that's it. And we'll function check it. Okay, so everything seems to be working. Everything's put together properly. Now, the only thing that I didn't like about this particular firearm is that I wish it had front serrations. Just, it makes it easier, because I like to kind of hold it here sometimes. I just like to have that option, or be able to pull back when I'm doing a press check here. But it doesn't have that, so it made it a little bit more challenging for me, because it is a little slippery. As you can see at the very top of the slide, it's kind of beveled right here. See what I'm saying? Right there, it's beveled. So it makes the gun feel smaller than what it really is. I mean, width-wise, you're looking at about 1 1/8 or so wide. So it's not too bad. But it feels really good in the hand. Again, it's a full-size pistol. Great for a range gun. Great for home protection. And for the price, man, you just can't beat it. For under $400, I think it's a great value. Like, as I always say, I think all guns are great guns. This gun is made in Turkey by a military contractor who is ISO 9000 certified, so you know, it meets all the rigorous tests. But you know, check it out at your local dealer. I mean, I would highly recommend this pistol for any newer shooter. Most new shooters like to buy the little small pocket type pistols. But I think you're going to have a lot more enjoyment out of a pistol like this that's more full-size. Learn how to shoot and shoot well, and then move to a more concealed carry type pistol. But again, this is the Canik TP9SA. Oh, and I forgot to mention the greatest thing about this pistol is the trigger pull. The trigger pull on this particular firearm is just, I mean, at sometimes it's just under 4 pounds or just over 4 pounds. So we'll say on the average, it's 4 pounds. And you have a very consistent trigger pull. I mean, it just, check it out. Hear that, right? And then the reset. Very short reset. I mean, just very smooth on this pistol. So check it out, guys. I mean, you know, go to your local gun shop, put it in your hand, pull the trigger, and I think you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. Just the trigger itself, I would put it up in my top 3 pistols when it comes to the trigger pull and the consistency of that trigger pull. Like I said, there have been times when I've measured the trigger pull and it's just under 4 pounds, and then there are other times when it's just over 4 pounds. Now, this Canik pistol is available in both 9mm, and I believe it will be available in 40 Smith & Wesson. So check it out. As you can see, here's my target from last night. You know, I hate doing like accuracy videos because it's not so much how accurate the gun is, but how accurate the shooter is on that given day. So, and this target was shot at 7 yards. You know, slow fire. You know, aiming all my shots. So, you know, for me, that's good. You know, combat effective accuracy. So I'm happy with that. Could this gun be more accurate? Sure. If you take more time, I'm sure it'd be super accurate. Anyways, take a look at it, guys, and we'll see you hopefully on the range. And again, stay safe. Remember, your personal defense is your responsibility.